The Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19 says 1,173,869 Nigerians, representing 58.3% of the eligible population, have been vaccinated with the first dose of AstraZeneca vaccine in the current phase. Chairman of the committee, Mr. Boss Mustafa, disclosed this at the national briefing of the PSC in Abuja. Speaking on the activities of the PSC, the chairman said the PSC held its first meeting today, during which it deliberated on the modalities for its operations.
The vaccination program is still progressing, but we still have reasons to intensify our campaign against hesitancy. As our date records show that we have vaccinated 1.173869 million persons. That's 1,173,869, representing 58.3% of the eligible persons targeted in the current phase. These persons have received the first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. This is, however, low in our estimation. The Presidential Steering Committee held its first meeting today, during which it deliberated on the modalities for its operations. During its deliberation, the Presidential Steering Committee remained conscious of the need to focus seriously on the areas identified and underscored by the President, and sustain the tempo of the national response, especially in the multi-sectoral approach to issues. Continue to build the capacity of MDAs to manage their mandates, and the need to communicate and consolidate the vaccine strategy for effectiveness. Going forward, the Presidential Steering Committee has agreed to meet in the meantime twice a month to deal with cross-cutting policy, leadership, and technical issues. Plan to hold emergency meetings if the need arises at any given time, and to continue to brief the President on national situation as regular as we have the audience to do that. And we will continue to escalate the management of the vaccine access and acquisition to the highest political level. We will also continue to brief the nation at least twice a month on the days of the Presidential Steering Committee meetings. But in the meantime, the agencies, the MDAs, will continue to indulge and escalate risk communication and community engagement as often as it's required. We will allow honorable ministers to utilize various available platforms to communicate with Nigerians on areas concerning their mandates and portfolios as it relates to the national response. So because we will be meeting less frequently in the coming days and months, the MDAs will now take charge and continue to communicate with Nigerians as often as possible. The Technical Secretariat shall remain the co-coordinating office on a day-to-day basis, and it shall be its responsibility to escalate the issues that are referred to them to the Presidential Steering Committee. We have reached a comfortable position acceptable to both parties. You will recall that we also informed Nigerians that 3 international points of entry, that's 3 additional international airports, Kano, Port Harcourt, and Enugu, will be reopened. Kano has already reopened, while Port Harcourt and Enugu are almost ready for reopening. The key concern of the Presidential Steering Committee has always been availability of infrastructure for port health services. The significance of the preceding measures is underscored by the fact that several variants of concern are emerging from different jurisdictions and are capable of being imported into Nigeria. We continue to deploy science and data to address these cases.